Hey sweet friends, this is Gina. Welcome to the Rebookery channel. I'm trying something a little bit different today. I am doing some journaling out on my deck. So I thought I would take you guys outside with me because the sun has gone over on the other side of the house. The lighting is good. And I thought I would show you my setup. This is where I spend most of my journaling time. When the weather is nice, I come out on the deck. It's just so relaxing, and it just really gets my creativity going. So I'm going to try to do this voiceover, but there is construction going on in my neighborhood. There are lawnmowers going on. Birds are chirping, and so I don't know. It may end up and be too loud, and I may have to do the whole thing over. We'll see. So this is my setup. My deck is on the back of my house, and it's in the treetops, which is really awesome in the summer and the spring and the fall because we have like a little canopy of leaves. It's perfect. I love it. We are so fortunate. And it overlooks the pond that's in the neighborhood. So I sit out here and just do hours and hours of journaling and doodling and all kinds of stuff. So today I'm going to be working in my junk planner, and I just don't really have a plan. I just have some things that I want to do. So I have some stencils from, they're like from math, and I think they use them in, architecture and engineering and drawing classes. And they're just stencils of shapes and different symbols that you can use in schematics and drawings. So I have some old ones, and I want to use them because I just love that stenciled look. So I'm just grabbing a page that I started painting a while ago, and thought I would add some of these stencils. So I'm just going to go across the page with these stencils. I'm just picking random ballpoint pens that are in my stash of materials here, and just kind of going through the stencils and adding little bits of shapes across the two pages. And there's like 3 different stencils here, so I'm just kind of mixing and matching the 3 different stencils. I really like the back color, like the background color. It was some orange peach paint that I did a few weeks ago, and so then these colors that I'm using are just kind of popping off the page. So these are some book pages from a book that I found in a used bookshop about 3 months ago, and it is like an embroidery book from the 70s. And the reason why I liked it, you can hear my dog barking in the back. The reason why I liked it is because it had these really geometric shapes, and there were lots of patterns. Well, of course, it was for people to use with their needlework and their embroidery. And the needlework that they show in this book is amazing, like the colors, and oh my gosh, it's awesome. But the real reason why I love it is because I looked at those shapes and I was like, you know what? I feel like I could draw those shapes. And I am constantly trying to improve my drawing skills. That is one of the things that I just really am not comfortable with, is my drawing skills. And when I saw this book, I was like, those shapes could be shapes that I could draw, because they were really basic rectangles and triangles and circles and just lines. And so my idea was to take the pages out of this book and turn them into a journal. And within the pages, okay, here comes the lawnmower, so I'll go inside here. Within the pages, I was thinking about putting in like blank pages, sketch paper, or just old notebook paper that I could practice my drawings on. And so I would have like a book page, and then just some paper in there that I could practice drawing. And so I found these book pages sitting on my desk, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start using them, because otherwise they'll just sit there and I'll think they're too precious and I won't use them. So I grabbed a stash, and I'm just going to go through and grab just a few of the designs. I'm not going to use all of them today, but I just want to pick a few out. And so I'm really kind of looking for some cool geometric shapes and something that kind of plays off of that peach or that orange background. And so I found the perfect one. It's this gray needlework pattern, and it's kind of like some sort of a, I don't know if it's a flower or just some oblong shape, and I think it's going to work perfect. So I grab it. I also grabbed, sorry, there's a lawnmower. It's my husband again. I also grabbed that little hot pink picture, and it was so cool. It was some embroidery houses, and I just love the funky shape of those houses. Plus, I love that hot pink color. So I'm going to use the hot pink. I went back and I cut out this gray shape, and I'm going to put those on my paper. Now, I also grabbed earlier a strip of black and white that was kind of like the pattern in that book, and it was these funky owls, and I loved them because I feel like I could draw those. And I want to keep them out there in front, like in my planner, so I see it quite a bit, because I want to be reminded that I can draw those and that I can practice drawing those. So I'm going to put those in there also. So I'm just using some washi tape and glue stick. Sorry, lawnmower again. Washi tape, glue stick, and just kind of securing things down. You'll see on the bottom left-hand corner, there is a picture of Abe Lincoln. That was part of a photograph that I used someplace else in that journal. There was a picture of my husband and I back in 1989 or 1990, and we were in Washington, D.C., and this was us in front of the Lincoln Monument. So I cut the picture of my husband and I out, and I used it on one of the pages in this journal. And then I had that photo of the memorial of Lincoln, and I love it. So I just went ahead and put it on a journal page, and it has there's no meaning behind it. I just think it's kind of cool. And actually, now that I've got that gray shape in there, the colors kind of play off of each other, and I think it's kind of cool. I have a piece of vintage ledger paper that I'm going to tear off and use for my journaling. And here's the weird thing. After I get through doing all of this, my camera turns off. Seems that my daughter was calling me while I was filming, and it shut my camera off, so you didn't get to see me finish up this journal spread, but I'll show you the end of it. I'll show you what the final product looks like. So once I put the gray shapes down, I'm just going back over it with my stencils and my pens again to kind of mix it all together. And it's funny how I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, that goes perfectly together, even though I had never intended on using the stencil and the geometric shapes. They just kind of happened because those were two things that I just was dying to use. They really, really work well together because of the geometric and just the simplicity of the shapes and the lines. So it was one of those, I guess, happy accidents where it worked out really, really well. So I'm going to glue this little pink piece of embroidery on there, and this is about where my camera shuts off. So once I put that on there, I put a couple of pieces of washi tape to kind of add a little bit of decoration and to secure it, and then boom, camera goes off. So here's the finished product. This is the full spread. And then I will give you a close-up, and you can also see the journaling. I just put a little bit of journaling about what my plans are to do with these pages, and I want to put them in my planner because I want to be reminded of this, and I want to actually follow through and make this journal to improve my drawing skills. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if you like this type of video that I did, and I hope you are doing well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy, and I hope you do something creative today. Bye.